All right, Shalom, Shalom, Israel, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach Malak Yahushai. Right, Yahweh being named the Heavenly Father, who the world will call God, and Yahushai being named His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. All right, it's Brother Kasadi from W. Jersey, Philly. Right, and if brothers and sisters don't know, right, it's 1:56 on the East Coast right now, and a few hours ago over here on the East Coast, chiefly over in the area I'm in Jersey, even in Philly, throughout Pennsylvania, there was a tornado, right? A tornado actually a few towns away from where I live at in Jersey. It kind of touched down, and it brought massive flooding and whatnot, even all throughout the East, the so-called tri-state up into New York. Now, the flooding over here in Jersey wasn't as bad as what we're seeing right now in New York. And I'm going to go through some of these videos because things kind of, it's getting really bad over in New York. So Lord willing, all you brothers and sisters that are, watching and tuning in and is from New York, man, Lord willing, y'all, the Most High be with y'all. But all hell is breaking loose in New York. All right, so we can scroll for a little bit, but all right, we can kind of pick it up right here. So this is just some of the, this is a few towns away from me. This is what happened earlier in McCulloch Hill. About 9 homes the Lord destroyed in a tornado, man. See, this home is it ain't no damn home left. Got the car all jammed up. They couldn't really go nowhere. I don't know if the people even made it or anything like that. I don't know where they can be hiding at. Ain't nothing really to hide. The tree is all jammed up. The building all, ripped apart. The Lord did that, though. The Lord did that. He broke the whole infrastructure. You see that even the window of the vehicle is jammed up. The Lord did that. And the first when we got the alert on our phones, I didn't know what to make of it. It's not too often you see a tornado warning in Jersey. But, you had to kind of do what you had to do. You had to throw a prayer up for the Lord. And me and my brother throw a prayer up for the Lord. And we went about our way. But all hell, like I mentioned, had broke loose over here, right? So now in New York City, it got really worse. There's some of the things in PA. It got bad in PA too, but nothing like some of the things we're gonna witness right now. This is in Brooklyn. This is major flooding in Brooklyn. Now, mind you, when you're in New York City, you don't see too many light poles and electric poles. What I meant to say was electric poles. The reason why is because a lot of their electric wires and whatnot, that's underneath the ground. It's underneath the city. So that's why you get, when you get major storms like this, you get power outages. And these power outages are going to be for times. So, if this rain were to continue, if this flooding were to continue, and they can't really do something to it, then most likely there's going to be a major power outage in New York City. And the Lord He's going to do that, right? New York City is one of the leading cities in the world as far as electricity, and how much electricity is being used in New York City. It's called the city that never sleeps, the Big Apple. So when the Lord, if He does allow the other nations to, launch an EMP attack over to United States, New York is finished. It's done. All those that's in New York, you kind of trapped over there. There's really no way to get out of New York. You got to go through these different bridges and tolls and whatnot, but it's kind of one way in, one way out, so to speak, for the most part. But nevertheless, this is the damn subway. The Lord flooded the subway. All right, I got a few precepts for touching this, but I just want to show you what's going on right now all throughout New York. This is Knickerbocker, kind of wicked ass name, but Knickerbocker Avenue in Brooklyn.
Look.
This.
Look.
4 cars is then submerged in the water. The rats is out. They out there. They kind of it's jammed up in New York. New York is one of the most filthy, wicked, abominable cities in the whole entire earth. So the Lord is destroying New York City right now, man. And where's this water gonna go? It's just gonna evaporate. No, it's normally gonna go in the sewer, which is underneath the ground, of course. And again, I mentioned to you, New York's infrastructure has their electrical wires underneath the ground. And you can look that up yourself. This is a quick update to let you, blowing the trumpet, letting you guys know what's going on, man. All right, you can watch. You can look at a few. I'm gonna get a few more of these. You're gonna touch on some precepts. Damn, overflowing in the bathroom. Imagine that. Imagine you in your bathroom. You thought you was safe. You thought you was cool, and then water just coming out and that's shit water, and that's just kind of coming out the damn toilet. Damn, I've never seen New York like this. As a matter of fact, I think one of the damn. Now, I didn't really go through these videos. I saw there was a few posted, but I didn't really go take my time through each one of them. Damn, that's a damn house. It's just pouring through the house. That was 3 hours ago. You can only imagine what it's at right now. And these things are still happening. This is the damn subway. Imagine you trying to get on the train, trying to go home. Just came from work. You had a long ass day. The damn trains ain't gonna come and get you. You can't go home. Stuck on that subway. Okay, that was another video.
From the hill, I'm alright. No, you're good up there. Anything that's on the top, like facing the entrance,
yeah, that's a big truck.
Like an Audi or something. They've got to move up.
And it's almost about to damn override the damn truck. All right, so these things are happening. Of course, there's there's this. Look at this. This is what I wanted actually. So this the mayor of New York City. It says, I'm declaring a state of emergency in New York City tonight. We're enduring a historic weather event tonight with record-breaking rain across the city, brutal flooding, and dangerous conditions on our roads. Please stay off the streets tonight and let our first responders and emergency services get their work done. If you're thinking of going outside, don't. Stay off the subways, stay off the roads. Don't drive into these heavy waters. Stay inside. We're keeping our eyes on our power grid. We've seen about 5,300 customers without power. We expect the rain to stop in the next few hours, but until then, again, if you're not inside, get inside. So these are historic events that's happening in the earth right now, and this is coming from the so-called Hurricane Ida, or wherever it is, however it's pronounced. They came from Louisiana. And Louisiana is supposed to be without, parts of Louisiana is supposed to be without power for damn weeks. Weeks. Without power for weeks. So these things is in the earth. And, we kind of even put this out there. Lord willing, y'all following the Watching for Israel Instagram account. But, again, they're going to be without power for weeks. So let's get into the precepts on this. Let's go to the book of Psalm. Because, again, the Lord is doing this. This is Psalm chapter 107. And I believe I want to start at verse 25. It says, for he commanded and raised up the stormy wind. Right? What's the stormy wind? The Lord is talking about damn hurricanes and whatnot. Hurricanes, tornadoes. These are the stormy winds that the Lord has out in the earth. And these are different spirits. Right? These aren't just, regular old things. The Lord has these things sent out in the earth. Right, to, cause destruction on the earth, whether it's different wildfires, whether it's different damn tornadoes that rip apart houses. And spiritually, this is what the Lord is going to do, right? He's going to spiritually rip apart the house of the wicked, right? Tell you about that in the book of Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31 on down. How the Lord is going to, let me get that precept. How the Lord has cursed the house of the wicked. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 3. It's like not 31. I'm on verse 33. Proverbs 3 and 33. The curse of Yahweh is in the house of the wicked. And that's a curse, man, for the damn city to be flooded like that. That's a curse. Why? Because now, again, that's gonna mess up, throughout the economy. There's a lot of businesses going to be shut down. And imagine one day if a business going to shut down, that's thousands of dollars you potentially lose out on, especially in a city that never sleeps. Imagine if the power were to go out. That's a curse. Imagine those things. Don't just think, oh, just water and it's just a flood. The Lord did this, and the Lord is going to shut down New York City, which is the number one, city of economics for Esau's system over here in America. So look at this. This ain't a regular event. This ain't regular water. You can kind of go swimming up in that joint, man. I wouldn't advise it, but if you couldn't go to the damn beach all summer, hey, step outside in damn New York City and go swimming. All right, make sure you got your damn scuba diver equipment and do what you gotta do. But that's what you can do right now in damn New York City. And these are the things that's happening. All come from the so-called Hurricane Ida. They travel all the way up from Louisiana. So again, this is the book of Psalm, chapter 107. Psalm 107, and I want to give verse 25. For he commanded and raised the stormy wind, which lifted up the waves thereof. They mount up to the heaven, they go down again to the depths. Their soul was melted because of trouble. So the Lord does this to man. He puts death, destruction, plague, pestilence in the earth to destroy and devour man and curse man and appease the wrath of the Most High God. These things are to appease him. I'm sure there's, it might be a few deaths, a few casualties not reported tonight, but these things are going to happen just backed off this damn flood alone. So this is Psalm chapter 93 and verse 3. It says, the floods have lifted up, or Yahweh, the floods have lifted up their voice. The floods lift up their waves. So the Lord brings many different waters on the earth. Now we understand that the waters or the floods resemble the other nations. Nevertheless, though, the Lord does put floods on the earth. All right, that's what the Lord flooded the earth during the so-called first death. The Lord did that. This is the book of Jonah, chapter 1 and verse 4. But Yahweh sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken. And these things, the Lord brings these things back on the earth. These things are happening again in the earth at a major rate. Look at what's happening in New Orleans. This is not for no reason. The Lord is showing you time and time again the things he's going to bring upon the earth, which is major destruction. Major destruction. So I'm going to actually get this precept. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and I want verse 44. It says, actually, I'm going to go a little ahead. Actually, let me get another precept before I get this. Let's go to the book of Luke first. All right. This is the book of Luke, chapter 17, and I want to start at verse. Bear with me. I'm going to start at Luke chapter 17 and verse 26. It says, and as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it also be in the days. So shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. So the Lord said, just like how it was in the days of Noah, it's going to be like when the Lord returns, man. And what happened in the days of Noah? Noah's out there prophesying. The damn heat, how to put it, man on the earth was them eating and drinking and not paying attention to what the prophet was going out there and saying. Noah was going out there and saying, and no one wanted to abide and trust in the Most High God. But nevertheless, these things are happening again on the earth. What the Lord do? He brought a flood on the earth. And not saying this is the exact flood, but this is just symbolic of showing you, hey, now is the time to trust in the Most High God. Now is the time to cast your faith back on the Lord, man. Right? And turn away from this wicked world before you get consumed. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 44. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord had made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord when he cometh shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. So you want to make sure that you keep on watching this thing. You want to watch, therefore, because you don't know when the Lord is going to come back. Let me get that precept, actually. It's Matthew 24:42. Watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord doeth come. Right? You don't know when the Lord is going to come back. But he's going to show you these signs and these different wonders on the earth to let you know exactly, right, when the Most High God is going to send the Son to redeem that light. When he's going to bring judgment on this earth, right, at a massive level, whether it's these floods, right, that can cause, different things, whether it's these crazy tornadoes or whatever the Lord want to bring on the earth, these things are going to continue to happen until the time when the Lord returns back on his earth. So with that, I'm better strong shalom. Continue to endure. And make sure you subscribe to our Watchmen for Israel Instagram account. And also, whether I post this on a Cold Cuts channel or not, or even the WFI backup channel, definitely make sure you subscribe to the WFI backup channel, right? Because, Lord willing, the Most High allows the Cold Cuts channel to stay up a little longer, but Esau is trying to come for that channel. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to that channel as well. With that, I bid a strong shalom. Kwame Sharala. Shalom.